Okay, what is going on, Perseverance Fitness family? Anyone that's watching these videos, giving me some support, it's an honor and a privilege to have you. My name is Ethan J, and we're about to get into a great video, guys. So before I do, I want to really give a shout out to everyone that has been giving me some support. It's been a journey, it's been a process, and it's been an honor. I want to thank each and every soul, whether you support the channel deeply, gave me a like, gave me a comment, it means something deeply from the bottom of my heart. I really want to ask you one question. How are you? I hope you're good. I hope you're blessed. I hope you're feeling great. I hope you're getting closer to your goals, whatever your goals are. And I hope you're becoming a better version of you, whatever that might be for you. That being said, this specific video is going to be made for Markell Du 6630. I want to make a special one for you, man. You asked me for a request. So this is a subscriber requested video. Let's get right into it. So anxiety. Anxiety is something that we're always going to come across and face many times in our life, and some people are prone to being more anxious than others. Now, before I continue this video, I can only give you advice from my perspective. So this is an opinion-based video. I'm a 3-time licensed personal trainer. I went to school for marketing. I'm above the age of 25. I'm 29 years old, right? So I can only give you perspective from a health and fitness standpoint. I'm not clinically inclined. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not a medical practitioner. So please don't rate my results or my advice from the perspective of medical advice, right? So judge everything I say and question everything I'm about to tell you. But with that being said, I want to go into anxiety a little bit and tell you about my story, right? And how I deal with anxiety. In my perception, anxiety is the focus and the external seeking of a reality that is yet to come. So it's you fearing the future. Anxiety is thinking about what's going to happen in the inevitable next months to come, next weeks to come, seconds to come from now, right? And it is that anticipation brought into the present moment. A way to think of this is right when you're about to go on a roller coaster and you're right about to get onto the roller coaster, but you're not there yet. You've never been on the roller coaster before. That little feeling when you're about to hop on is what anxiety is. Another example is when you're going to the doctor's office and you've got something serious and you're in that little waiting section and you're waiting, or you're in the hospital. I hope none of you go through this, but I think everyone does. You're in the hospital, you're about to go through a very serious surgery, or they're about to diagnose you for something and you don't know what it is. That feeling is what I can attribute anxiety to. Now, anxiety is not necessarily a bad thing, right? In the right situation, anxiety can actually save your life, and it's actually an emotion that we all must go through, right? So I can't tell you that, shutting that off is an entirely bad thing, right? Or a thing that we should all attribute or aspire to do. However, I think that in today's time, because of social media and because of always looking at people around us and ahead of us and beyond us, and looking at the couples that are around us and the dating apps and, TV shows and movies and things of that sort, and continuously trying to seek realities that are not ours, we become anxious in the little things, right? So one of the ways that I want to teach you guys and give you guys some advice on how you guys don't have to go through anxiety is stop living your life in the lens, in the realm of looking at other people's lives, right? You have to see your life as something that is inherently yours, right? It's a you versus you paradigm. You should never look at your life and try to attribute it to someone else's personification or impact, right? Anytime that you ever look at your life and say, hey, I'm comparing my life to this person and I'm not comparable here, or I don't look like this person, or this person's story is not me, or I'm not that person walking across the street. You take that external perspective and you put it on someone else when you should just keep it on yourself. Humans have this very innate problem where we are always constantly looking at what other people are doing, right? It's such a reoccurring thing. Like right now, if you guys notice my eye contact, I'm literally phasing and looking around me, and I'm noticing all the people that are directly just ogling what I'm doing right now, right? I'm in a more public area. And it's so funny because I'm not really a threat. I'm just chilling, right? But the anxiousness and the curiosity of humans can cause us to view other people's actions and then maybe out of either fear, curiosity, or worry, And you can amplify these in a lot of different settings, right? So the first thing I really want to tell you, right? And I'm giving you words, a lot of words that really might not make sense to you, but let me break it down simply. Anxiety is about worrying about things that have yet not to come, or realities that might not be possible for you. The reason why anxiety is a big problem for this generation is because you guys in this generation are being sold so much stuff. You're being sold every second on what you need to buy, on who you need to date, on if you should date, on whether you should get married, on where you should go vacate, like you should, or what you should study, on what schools you should go to. So you're constantly feeling like you have to do something. And the realistic reality is there's a lot of things in this life that you don't have to do that actually are negative to your growth, right? You don't need to do them. A lot of the best moments in your life are going to come from you independently living your life and just focusing on becoming the best person that you could be, right? Being the best you, building your own business, right? Learning a craft for yourself, right? Building your own business, building your own platform, right? I'm just going to get a little bit closer because I just want to hope I'm recording right now. Yeah, sweet. I think I am, right? Banger. Yeah, so, right, you know what I'm saying? And the minute that you take that external view outside of you and you start viewing it as, okay, what is that person doing? Or how come I'm not having fun at Friday night? Or worse off, you actually start to look and think to yourself, okay, what am I not doing this time of the week or that time of the week? What am I not doing on Thursday or Wednesday? You actually put yourself in a really, at a loss of state. Right? You look at the people that are partying at Friday night and you think to yourself, dude, how come I'm not partying at Friday night? Right? How come I didn't get invited? So anxiety comes from your focus. So instead of focusing on what other people are doing, focus it on your own personal growth and what you need to do. And you'll notice that there's a lot of things you can do that you're just psyching yourself out of. And this is the second problem. It's a time warp and a perception illusion. We are all so deeply embedded in social media and viewing the lives of other people that we forget that as we view other people, our life is slowly going away, right? So yes, you're watching this video and you're supporting me. Hopefully you're putting this video on a 1.5 speed so you can watch it a little bit faster, right? But I'll try to talk as fast as possible for you. The reality is while you watch other people, your life is slowly diminishing. Right? So yes, as you watch more movies and TV shows and you watch more music videos, you're going to naturally get more anxious because you're wasting your time, right? Your brain isn't nullified to that reality. So what people do is they nullify that feeling by smoking and drinking, right? Or watching pornography, right? And, doing stuff to themselves explicitly, right? Or eating a bunch of junk food. So you dull out your natural body's responses to anxiety, right? Because anxiety should actually make you leap up into action. It should make you go forward, right? It shouldn't keep you still, right? But what people do is they calm anxiety down by drinking or eating or excessively consuming, right? So they can dull out the experience. And that's the reason why we live in the most overweight society today. A lot of people that are drug addicted today. A lot of people love fast food today, right? A lot of people love soda, sundaes, hot chocolate, and all that kind of stuff, right? I'm watching this youngster right now walking back home and, poor girl's a little bit on the bigger side and she's got a soda in her hands from the McDonald's, right? And this is like the society that we're living in, right? It's Friday night, get the meals, get the little, Happy Meals McDonald meal, and then go home and just watch Netflix for the next 7 hours, right? To dull your emotions out. In truth, humans are not meant for that. We're actually meant to be moving and building and replicating and connecting and talking with people and finding people you love and doing life together, right? But the problem is this generation doesn't see that. What we see is entertainment. What we see is enjoyment. What we see is live pleasurably, live comfortably, right? But the comfort will lead to inevitable anxiety because your body and your mind is not meant for that. Your ancestors throughout history have went through incredible hardships to bring you to where you're at now. Just so that you could go home and smoke a vape and watch Netflix for the next 5 hours? No wonder you have anxiety, right? So there's a quick way to fix this, right? And maybe none of those things are you, right? I'm going to give you a way to fix this, right? This is my system. I move excessively. I'm talking on an average day, I just did 99,900 skips before this. I did a 1 hour workout before that. And even then, I'm not doing enough. I'm usually doing 20K steps on top of that. I'm usually biking as well too, playing a sport for about an hour. So I try to move in 4 big blocks 4 times per day, right? So for those of you that have anxiety, I want to challenge you. Walk 20,000 steps, hit the gym for an hour, play your favorite sport for 1 hour, and do those 3 activities, make it 2, whatever, and do it consistently for the next 60 days. And then tell me after that if you have anxiety or not. Usually, you're going to realize that you're going to be way more relaxed, way more calm, way better at processing emotions, and way better at understanding time management. And this will naturally nullify anxiety. Now, I want to give you that as a solution, but I'm going to tell you this, that most people are not going to do it because we live in a very lazy society today. So some people are going to hear that I'm giving you a very free answer for you to fix your anxiety. You've got anxiety, there's a solution, movement, high active movement, and a lot of it, right? But the reason why most people don't want to do it is because you're stuck doing things you shouldn't be doing. And that's the problem. Right? If you really are honest with yourself, like I was honest with myself when I was 25 and 24 and 23, and I was doing a bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, wasting time, really in my head, I realized that I was shooting myself in the foot. So the quick way to fix it for me was get active, and that changed my life. It didn't fix all of the problems, but it solved the anxious portion of it for sure. So movement, a lot of movement. Next thing, what are you consuming? Content-wise, music-wise, food-wise. If you're eating a lot of processed foods and you're watching a lot of digital content, you're putting yourself in a state where you're not really giving yourself what your life needs. You need real friends. You need to go out and engage with people. You need to connect with people. You need to share love with your family members, right? If you're not doing this, then you're hurting yourself as well. So anxiety comes from a lack of movement, in my opinion, a lack of time management, a lack of connection with other people, and a repetitive cycle of that. And then filling yourself with fake dopamine instead of where you should naturally be getting dopamine from, which is real life activities, real life food. Now, I could take this conversation so many realms, and we can make this a whole podcast in itself, but I'm going to finish with one more thing. If you're having anxiety over dating, right, I want you to remember this. And I gave you guys the movement component. I'm going to give you guys the dating component, and then I'm going to give you guys the gospel component. At the end of the day, you can't really be anxious about finding love. Partnership is a very long process. Finding a person, being attractive for them being attractive to you, and then building a connection. This stuff takes time. The problem is we see relationships everywhere, and we think that we should be in one right away. But the reality is it's hard to find good people. And it's hard to be a good person. So be a good person first, be attractive first, be intellectually stimulating first, right? Be captivating first, and then invite a few people to come into that. And if you are not doing that, then you're not putting yourself in a position to put yourself forward for people. And at the end of the day, that beautiful girl, she has options. It's her choice to choose you or not. You gotta be willing to live your life independently with no friends and no connection, and still find ways to live a fulfilled life even without. Now, I know that goes in contradiction with what I said before about finding connection. You will actually find connection with people by pursuing the things that you can find fulfillment in, right? Whether it's a sport, whether it's walking in nature, whether it's observing birds, right? Whether it's fixing cars, right? You will find people in that certain thing. So go do the thing. Right? Go do your thing. Everyone has something, right? Maybe it's making music. Maybe it's walking your dog, right? Go to a local dog park, right? And you will find people that you can connect with. Stop seeing people and relationships as holes and sticks that you need to get, and instead see them as connections and what you can build from. And does your life story and her life story match perfectly as well? That answers the dating component. Don't rush, and don't be in need of anybody, right? My philosophy right now in my life is I don't need anybody. There's nobody that I'm chasing, right? I'm going to give my energy out to someone, and if they don't respond or reply to my message, good. I'm not going to chase and beg for that person to be there, right? Because at the end of the day, I know one thing for sure, that women have a lot of options in today's society. And if she chooses you, she's hopefully choosing you, dropping a few of them, and choosing you because she wants to be there, and she'll give you your full attention. A person that you have to wait 5 or 7 days for them to reply to your message, guess what? She's not into you. So instead of crying like a baby about that, right, move on, Keep it pushing. And just remember, move like a prize. You know, a lot of you have confused lust with love. You have been in relationships before, but you don't realize that was lust. A person that loves you will be there for you no matter what. No matter what, right? Just something to think about. Now I'm going to give you the gospel component of this. So solving anxiety. The Lord says somewhere in Matthew, in the book of Matthew, that why are you worried about tomorrow's problems? You have enough problems today to worry about, right? And I'm butchering that. I'm paraphrasing, right? And it's a very powerful verse, right? Because it's true. You have enough problems today to think about, right? I got to work out today. I have to eat properly today. I got to take care of my mom today. I got to go to the gym today. I got to get 3 workouts in today. I got to make sure that I get my squat PR today, get my chin up PR today. Got to make sure my car is moving nice today. You know, got to make sure that I train my clients properly today. So there's thresholds that you have to hit. If you don't hit those thresholds, you're not only shooting yourself in the foot today, but you're going to bring the same problems from today to tomorrow. So a quick way to fix that is worry about today, my man, right? Or my homegirl. Worry about today. Don't worry about tomorrow. Listen, you were born in the womb. You're going to die in the tomb. I know that's like a very crazy thing to think about, but you're only here for a good finite time. So try to do as many things as you can enjoy as possible. I'm telling you, go out there and be the best you could be. Try a new sport, try a new activity, try to speak a new language, try to make some new friends, right? Be goofy, be silly, right? Because you have this one life, right? You have this one existence, right? I'm not saying go out there and sin. I'm not saying go out there and do a bunch of drugs. No, I'm not. But I'm saying challenge yourself, though. Personally grow, right? In the process of that, you're going to find out who you are and what you need to do to become the person you want to be. And you need to ask these questions and introspect all the time. If you don't, you're going to be stuck with wanting to grow, because that's what humans do, grow constantly, but not growing. And that's where the problem comes in, the anxiety. You're stuck, you know it, and you feel it. You just don't know how to engage it, right? So trust in the Lord, right? Give all your plans to God and grow, man. Grow, literally grow. Do things today. Like I said before, try my 4 action step principle, right? Walk, right? Strength train, right? Move your body, right? And then do a sport. 4 different movement patterns, right? Try that out. See how your life changes up, right? And connect with people, right? Try that out. And don't worry about tomorrow, right? If you do enough today, and this is going from the gospel perspective to Kobe as I wrap things up. Kobe had this mindset that I love, and he said, I come into every single game with no confusion because I put in all the work I could before this game started, right? So view your life like that. Every single day is another chance for you to play the game. But if you didn't do all the work before, like the working out, the studying, the waking up early, going to the gym, clocking in, doing your reps, praying, right? Planning your goals, then of course you're going to have anxiety because you're not prepared for what's in front of you. So don't worry about tomorrow too much. Make sure you take advantage of today as much as possible. Be grateful for everything that you have in front of you today, right? And just build the better version of you, right? Now going out to Markell, listen, this anxiety thing is a big thing, and it looks different for everybody, right? So I'm just giving you some generic advice. But you're making videos just like me, right? The YouTube is a big platform. So dude, make a bunch of videos, right? Use my YouTube channel as motivation. I've made 2,100 videos, right? I've been going at this like a freaking a hammer going to the nail again and again, right? A jackhammer, like the little game where you're trying to hit the little thing and it just keeps popping in and out. And I'm going to keep going until I get my 1 million and 10 million subscribers because I believe in my vision. Right? So if you can find that within yourself, you'll start producing on autopilot and just keep producing, whether people like your videos or not. Dude, there's some videos of mine that get 1 like, no likes. There's some videos of mine that people actually critique my videos and just say, yo, dude, you messed up. And that's it. But I keep going. And you need to too, right? You need to have a resiliency about what you do, right? Even in the gym, right? You have, just in general, you just need to have resilience. I was going to make a point. At one point, I hated my body so much that I just would not want to go to the gym. But I found a passion in trying to change myself so much that I love the gym. I'm going to the gym after I make these videos. That's how much I'm obsessed about progress and personal growth. And you should be too. And you can personally grow in many things. Running, lifting, creating, studying. Do that. Challenge yourself that way. Be better, do better, and believe in yourself for more. I believe in you, And this video hopefully helps you solve anxiety. Figure out your task to-do list. Pray to the Lord. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about what Jeff, Bob, Joe, Dylan, Bashir, and Diana and Brittany are doing. Worry about what you got to do. And make sure that you squeeze every little bit of life that you can squeeze. Right? Use every bit of time that you have here. Because you've only got this one little moment. It's going to last a long time. But if you just don't take advantage of it, then what are you doing? You're being anxious about the future because you're not taking action of what you need to do today. Be blessed.